Whew. All right, y'all. This is part 2.
So, you said that bread is spicy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Don't you bother me about my food.
Oh, wow. Mm.
What's wrong with your bread?
Oh, that's pretty good. You know what? I'm going to eat my other sandwich too. Have you tried some with chips on it? Mm. It's really good with chips on it. Hey y'all, what's going on? We are eating Subway. Is this on that $5 menu?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We're eating like it's like a veggie sub, right? But I got cheese on mine.
I got an all veggie sub, y'all. But I got cheese bread though.
Mm. If you have cheese on it, is it considered veggie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm still eating the veggie sub. I had the chips on there.
That's my shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Darn. Okay. Mm. The olives are so good on here. Mm.
What you want to taste my chips? You already eating my chips, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I tasted one. They're good. Yours
Why
are...
didn't you ask me first?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your chips, you can have some of mine.
I don't want none of yours.
Your chips taste better than mine.
Oh, this jalapeno chips? These are what's spicy. The bread might not be spicy.
Wait, you can have mine.
I don't want to.
All right, here's my sub, guys. It's got olives on it, peppers, onions, red onions, and cheese. What kind of cheese is this? Provolone?
So yeah, that happened in New Orleans. That's just awful. Another story I came across is a little girl. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate you, Miss Nikki. Another story is a little girl was went to see her dad and the dog. I think the family dog did something to the little girl. She's no longer here. I gotta. Thank you, Miss Nikki.
Thank you, Miss Nikki. The crunch on the potato chips on the sub is like everything.
Watch this, baby. You don't see this right here. You
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, dear. The potato chips on the sub is everything. Mm.
You want to taste car freshener on your sandwich. Oh, these 2 footlong and chips for $19.
They used to be $5.
It was 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel not
The
bad.
veggie stuff is good, y'all. You know, you don't have to have meat. Of course, the meat would probably be better.
That's still a good deal. Mm-hmm.
If I got meat, it would have been more expensive. I was looking at the price of the subs, y'all, and it looked like it's $12 a sub, footlong. And we could have split it, but you know these mukbangs, y'all. I want him to have his sandwich and I have mine. I wasn't supposed to
Oh, thank you.
I wasn't supposed to eat that whole sub, y'all, almost. But this is my first time eating for the day. I'm ashamed to say. First time eating for the day. Yeah, let me see the receipt right here, y'all. I got 2 12-inch Veggie Delight subs. Now the veggie sub, we got extra, extra spinach, we got lettuce, we got peppers, olives, cucumbers. I got extra mayo, y'all. I got oil and vinegar on mine. He got extra mayo. I was going to get the foot-long cookie, but they ain't have it, y'all. You know they got that new foot-long cookie, chocolate chip.
They have a foot-long cookie?
But they ain't have it, and that's good, because we ain't need it. I was going to have it for y'all. Have a little piece. And it's $5. Let me see what else. Oh! Another story, y'all. It's on our IG, y'all. So check it out. Well, no, it's on our IG and FB. This lady, her name is Letitia Macer. And she is claiming to be Jay's, y'all know who Jay is, Jay's biological daughter. We got the pictures up, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Okay? Let me know what y'all think about that. I myself, I mean, you can't just go by features. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. I'm not supposed to tell y'all, like, legitimately what I feel because it's up to y'all. But you can't just go by features. You know? But the thing about the story is she said that she went on Ancestry.com and their grandmothers match. Hey, you know, that's just the deal, Holyfield. So we will have to, like, stay tuned. I mean, look, we all know Jay has a past before B. You know, of course, their children together are the only children we hear of. But there's a possibility. You know, there was another guy that came out there who said that he was Jay's son. Now, the guy, his son, or I'm sorry, not his son, his alleged son. His mom is no longer here. Miss Letitia's mom has MS. So it's just like, wow, you know, the moms are not here to really confirm, deny, or anything. So it's the children that basically are left to, you know, say X, Y, and Z. I mean, it is what it is. And they're not children, they're grown. I mean, I don't know how old Miss Letitia is, but she looked like she's in her mid to late 20s, and the young man who's saying that he could be Jay's son, looks like he's at least in his 30s. So this is way back in the day when Jay probably was out there just, you know, before he was, you know, with B. Yeah. I'm coming up from the top of my head with these different stories. So what else? What else did we come across? Oh, Miss Adina Howard, this is some vintage tea, but you know, Miss Adina Howard said that she left her husband because their appetite for romance. See how they make us talk today? We gotta all talk in code. Her appetite for romance was much bigger than his appetite for romance. So because of that, she said sayonara. Is that a reason to get a divorce?
How old is she?
She older than us.
Is she in her 60s?
I said she older than us. I don't know her exact age, but she's older than we are. I know she's not in her 40s. She got to be at least in her 50s. But that doesn't matter.
Maybe late 50s.
You know what my grandparents said. They still had fire in their 70s.
Oh, yeah,
so
that
age doesn't matter in that retrospect. Or aspect, rather.
Well, how long were they married?
Does it matter? I don't know all that. I don't know how long they were married. I got the gossip. I ain't got the documents. But
I mean, she's
that
almost
was good, wasn't it? Not too heavy.
Yes, it was really good. And what type of bread was that you had?
Jalapeno.
Oh, the jalapeno. I
He still ended up eating my last bite.
Thank you.
Little did he know I did not put that piece of sandwich over there for him to eat.
I thought you gave that to me.
Child, excuse me, y'all. Who them bags?
Oh, sorry. I thought you gave that to me.
Huh?
I thought you gave that to me. You put it on my plate.
What I was saying.
Oh, you said, is it a reason for her to leave her now ex-husband?
Yeah.
Because he's getting older, and he doesn't have the same.
But to be
pace as he used
honest,
to.
I don't think they ever had the appetite together, if you will. You know, she said, "I'm gonna be until the dawn. You can."
Wow.
Every night to the early morning. I mean,
wow.
that's that song.
That is in the song.
You get what I'm saying? She said she had her T-shirt and her whatever.
What?
So the music let us know that Miss Adina has an appetite. She was not just joking. I mean, it wasn't just a song.
It wasn't just a song. Okay.
We give this meal a 10.
A 10, exactly.
Look.
Oh, we smashed it. We smashed it.
Ain't no food left up in here.
No.
Not even a bite. Thank you, Subway, for nourishing us today.
Subway can rock, yeah.
Biblically, y'all, that's not a reason. You know, I've learned, my husband and I, we've been together, we've been married for over 20 plus years, which would be wonderful. It's wonderful. Us women, just to let you know, ladies, us women, we reach our peaks at 40. That was like God's grace for the fact that we have to go through all that we go through as women, right? He said, I'm going to give y'all your peak in your 40s. Men, by the time they hit 40, their peak starts to plummet. So you have to prepare for that. You know what I mean? That's why if you notice, as we get older as women, we might want to become cougars and things like that, meaning you going after, somebody a little younger than you because their peaks, the young men, because they may have whatever. But that's just childish, y'all. You know what I'm saying? As we get older, we need to understand that physical aspect is not the most important. It's not the most important. It's important in marriage,
Yes,
but it's not the only thing that keeps. In fact, it's not the glue, because it's a glue that literally dries, fizzles up, and that's it. If that's all y'all got, it just doesn't. It only lasts a few seconds.
Yeah, it has an expiration date on it. Right.
It's not even a date, a time.
Okay.
Don't get caught up over a feeling. That's what my parents told me.
Yeah.
Okay? Those euphoric feelings literally last a day. If you're lucky, two days. That's why the Lord said be fruitful and multiply, to keep those things up. Because when those, that dopamine is high, you looking at your husband, you're like, oh, I'm so in love. But when that time gets wider and wider between love sessions, you see your man for who he really is.
And you see your woman for who she really is.
Wait, no. No. No, I'm just keeping it 100.
Don't let things cloud your judgment. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I just feel like, let's bring it back to Miss Adina.
Uh-huh.
Okay? We're going to bring it back to her. I feel like it never began with love.
No, the love is like, love don't never live there. It looks like. It looks like
And
love.
who do you see me as?
Love never lived there.
Excuse you.
Forget
Who
love
do
don't
you
live
see
here
me as?
anymore.
Who do you see me as? Onions?
Onion breath. Well, I have onion breath too, because you put plenty of onions on there. It was good.
I ain't want plenty the man did.
Well, he
hooked us up.
He stacked up the veggies. Yes, he did. Yeah, I mean, that stuff was like packed, guys. It was awesome.
Yeah, but now I know what really fills your gut. Meat.
Yes,
So we had beef a few days ago.
Yeah, I was looking at
And
the
I
stuff
feel
like, no
like-
meat, yeah.
And you,
No chicken.
I'm looking out for
no
you.
steak. Oh, okay.
That chicken you say you don't like that chicken. And they put it in a microwave.
Oh, yeah, I don't like, oh, yeah, well. Yeah, I like fresh chicken. Mm-hmm. But they have fresh chicken options, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
They have like a,
What the heck is this?
what's in there? What?
Look.
Hey.
Oh, is it this box right here?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Hey, y'all. It changes colors.
I see. But let me see. I'm drumming up my memory, y'all, because we're doing driving and stuff now. So my husband said it helps with your mind. So my memory's actually getting better. I just recalled 3 stories.
You did.
From the top of my dome.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? So we did the J, we did the little girl, we did the
I think that spicy stuff was pretty good.
4.
The bread, the jalapeno bread was good. With the chips on it. Guys, if you're going to get the jalapeno bread, make sure you put some chips on it.
I got the Vicky's jalapeno chips, y'all.
Oh. So you had jalapeno chips and jalapeno bread.
Yeah, and I don't know if was the chips spicy or...
It was the bread.
Oh, it was the bread?
It was the bread, The chips weren't spicy.
The bread's really good. It gets an A from me. It's just
does.
a little spicy.
It adds some extra flavor. It's not bland at all. Yeah.
Some way used to run my sugar up. So, but I think, like my granddad would say, I think I'm going to burn it all off.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all, we are in the delivery of food business, just to say the least, okay? And so this is gonna rock this video because we're gonna use all kind of words. What is our experience for delivering food? First and foremost, I saw this little advertisement for either for Instacart, it might have been for DoorDash, it might have been for Uber. And it said, nourishing the world. And because I am such a helper,
You are.
it made me fall in love with what I do. We're nourishing the world. But, it's been okay. It's been, what do you think? Because I've been driving and delivering, and people are so nice out here, Just to let you guys know, if you are thinking about becoming a delivery person for food, whether it be for Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub.
Any more? Am I missing any?
Call the names out in your videos, y'all. It's supposed to help. But anyway, you basically get tips. I've never worked for the food business before. I never thought I would because I
have, yeah.
I just I don't want to be around food. And I was correct because I am delivering food. Like, case in point today, y'all. I'm delivering food. People, the person wasn't there. I thought if they not there, you can eat the food.
She was looking to eat the food, guys.
You can't eat the food. You just gotta leave it there and take a picture. It's okay.
She's like, oh, they don't answer the door? Oh, this food must be mine.
I never said it.
Nah, but you were thinking that I could tell.
It was smelling so good. That's why I never wanted to eat around. I never wanted to be around food because obviously what you're around, you're going to want. But this is a service business, right? You have to be very hospitable, nice, patient, because half of your money, if not more, is your tips. I was looking at our tallies, and I'm going to tell you, the tips was just as much, if not more, than what you get per whatever. And so if you worked in the food industry, or not the food industry per se, because they're hourly, if you worked in the service business, like waitressing and things like that.
Yeah.
And I used to, when I was younger, I used to hear they make $2-3 an hour.
Yeah,
well, basically, that's what you do here. You don't do $2-3 an hour because you have to be fast and quick with it. But you can make as little as maybe $10-15 an hour. And then you can, boost that up by your tip. So you have to really be in the mind of being in the service business. You get to see who tips. I'm going to tell you guys, for people who don't drive for Uber, but you order from Uber. I'm going to tell you, from an Uber driver, Uber deliveries. I don't do people. Only do food. We only deliver food. If you don't tip, guys, that people don't want your...
No.
You're going to... Those people, which I tend to get because I'm new. I think I get all the people who've been waiting and been kicked out the queue and all that, because by the time I get there, they look at me like, oh, I got to take forever. I literally just got this 10 minutes ago. And that's another thing, guys, when you get your deliveries. Don't fault the driver, because the driver sometimes just got your order, even though your order might have been placed in...
Yeah, I know you've been waiting for a while, but I just got your order.
But literally, we'll get it, and we'll get there because we're timed.
Mm-hmm.
We are timed. As drivers, you have to be there at a certain time, or that works against you.
Yeah.
And things of that nature. But make sure you tip, and I mean tip, because the people who tip, I'm not saying tipping automatically will get you a better driver, get better service, because I've been in the service business for a long time through hair and now delivering and things like that. But just know that it helps you out. And people will pick up your food quicker too.
Yeah, especially if you're like far away from where you're ordering food. Like if you live far away from where you're ordering, you need to tip more.
Oh yeah, that is one thing that's frustrating.
You talk about that all the time.
Every day when I pick up something, I will pick up something from one side of town and literally go all the way, I'm going to say 20, 30, 40, maybe sometimes 40 minutes out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, is the food that good? When y'all deliver, back in the day when we used to get food delivered to us.
Yeah.
There was only a region.
A region, yeah.
But this is before all these apps and stuff. This is before the internet. This is back when you had the paper menu.
Oh, yeah. Like the flyers or the menu.
And they only had a certain arena in which they delivered. But now it doesn't matter. And you call
them up and you're like, oh, no, we don't deliver in your area.
Yeah. Yeah, but those usually are great tips, but just to let you know that the further we go, the more we have to pay in, filling up or, charging.
It's an expense.
It is a true expense, but it's okay, because I am a user and I do the other end too, I kind of am the best type of driver.
She be shopping, guys. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, so if people are Ubering and all that and DoorDashing and you're working for it, use the app as well so you can kind of know. Like with Instacart, I use Instacart and then I deliver Instacart. A few days ago, I literally almost passed out. And when I say literally, I'm not kidding. I got the worst headache. I got the worst migraine. I overdid it. The lady wanted 50 items. And I got it, 50 items. Why? Because a few days from then, or from that point, I had done 50 items, but for 3 different deliveries. And one would think that would be harder, the 3 deliveries versus the 1. And that was hard too. But this lady did 50 items. It was over 300, maybe 350 of groceries. And didn't give no tip. I was so aggravated. I took it, but I was aggravated. Okay? Not to mention they got heavy stuff. I'm talking about waters, sodas,
24-pack of water.
Honey, and I'm gonna tell you, it was people on public assistance. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. How do I know that? Because when y'all have public assistance, and I've had it too. Even then, I didn't do that. Mm-hmm. Y'all buy all those processed foods at one time. It was cereals. It was things like Tostitos and all this pizza and honey, all that food probably gone by now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know what it is. When you get public assistance, it's like it was not one vegetable she bought. It was all the things in the cart had a commercial. Okay, it had a commercial. It was heavy. I had to maneuver. My husband wasn't with me that day because I wanted him to rest because we were on 2 different schedules. I wanted him to rest. But that was the worst thing ever. And I almost passed out, if not worse, y'all. I felt terrible. But I found out that I needed some potassium and I ate some bananas and things like that. And I'm getting better slowly but surely. But She didn't tip at all. Y'all, start. What's wrong?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
We working.
Okay, yeah. No, she didn't tip at all.
You gotta ignore that.
Yeah,
You gotta
okay.
ignore that.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking about, how you said some people like don't charge their vehicles up, and
Man,
they
you
just
got
like
me
be.
looking. What's
I'm
going
sorry,
on?
and they be like conking out on the
Is
road.
something wrong with that?
I think what they're doing is they got a tow. Guys, we're at a charging station, and the tow truck is literally dropping off a car at the charging station. Like the car just
yeah.
like it
Y'all,
just ran out of charge.
Look, with these charging cars, you guys do not allow your car to get below 40. We charge it. Now, sometimes, when I first got this car went all the way down to 17. Okay, it's like a cell phone, y'all. It's not like a cell phone. You can't let it get to -1 or 1 and think you good. No, because we have seen a lot of cars just stuck like on the road.
I'm saying,
I think it's these electric cars.
And the cars look like there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah. And they're new cars, and I think it's because people are driving them too low. You cannot let these get down to nothing and then think, because your car will go out just trying to wait for a place to charge. You get what I'm saying? And what this car does is when it gets too low, it'll just basically make you go real slow. Like if you have like ice, how to the car, you'll have like a little thing, it'll help you not to.
Yeah,
well, it'll
traction.
just shut down everything, the radio, all that. And so we were like, this was a culture shock, because the last time we drove, we were driving a regular car, and then it was like, oh, well, we have an electric car. And I was like, oh gosh, So we went and we tried it, and you got to have an app. It's a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. But we probably late. Y'all probably already all got electric cars, because how long have electric cars been out?
Oh, for years.
Yeah, we've been in the house for years.
Maybe
we were
2 or 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's been
we
a
were
while.
working from home, and then all of a sudden social media just started not whatevering, and it kicked us out of there, and we had to do what we had to do. And so now we're getting a culture shock. We're eating food that is public. We're driving. We're delivering food. That's one thing I'm very. I just said that I hate this job to my husband, and then I had to correct myself. I don't hate it. It's just a culture shock. I'm not used to doing this, and I know sometimes this is a message to anyone else, like who might be doing a job or whatever, and you're like, hey, this is not me, and this is beneath me, or this is. Just know that it's just maybe a passer time. It's just a pass.
I'm sorry. I'm
Nosy.
I'm very
I'm
nosy
sitting
at
here
times.
working, and he over there looking at the people.
I'm over looking at.
They can't see the people.
Can you guys
so
see the
why
flashing lights of the tow truck? It's crazy. They're literally packing up. They're literally.
Just know that the job that you may not like is a season to get you to the next.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
get you that. Yeah.
Okay.
They're literally dropping off right at a giant charging station.
But us people who deliver, it's not me, obviously, because I just did 50 items with no tip. The saying is no tip, no trip.
No trip.
Okay, so if you don't,
Did you come up with that?
No. No, I said that's
That's
in the
the saying.
community.
Oh,
when
okay.
they DoorDash and stuff, because I belong to these groups. And when you start driving for Uber, Instacart, or DoorDash, join these groups that's on FB. Okay, join the groups too. Now, just understand that the people in the groups are there to discourage you, but it's still some truth in there. I even saw somebody say, look, we say all these things to discourage people to start. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know why I'm doing this video, because I make videos, and I just want this to get to the people with DoorDash and stuff like that. I'm just keeping it 100. But I'm just keeping y'all understanding that, if you don't tip, your trip, it's not no tip, no trip. You're going to get your food, I'm assuming, but your food just may not get there within 30, 40 minutes, and you may get it cold. And I hope y'all guys warm your food up anyway before you eat it a little bit, just to make sure, but yeah, that food be smelling good though, don't it?
It does.
Oh, and y'all, if you gonna drive, please make sure you eat, because if you gonna get hungry, and don't get placed to the devil, y'all. You're going to get hungry. And one thing I don't like is I don't like fast food. So I don't eat these carryouts. Predominantly everybody who orders. They order from carry out, so they'll order from the big chain fast food joint, stuff that I don't eat. I only did Subway because I was able to have a veggie sub. We had Chipotle. Chipotle is a little fresher, I think. It might not be the best, but it's a little fresher. We're going to do Five Guys.
Five Guys!
Five Guys is expensive, though, y'all, so we got to get a little bit more moo-moo before we can do that one. Because 2 burgers and some fries, a family fry, I think we'll run this at least $25. You know what I mean? So, guys, make sure you support these videos and things like that.
So we can do Five Guys.
So we can do some Five Guys and do some. I will not be doing any Asian cuisine at all. It's too much sodium, too much soy, too much everything. I will not do any Asian cuisines. We will do pizza. Okay, we may be doing some, not the high chain pizzas because it's too salty. I only have one pizza that I probably will have on here. I'm very picky and bougie, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to sit here and eat things just because views and things. No, because you my husband. We won.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
That's why you think you got a veggie sub with me.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing. If one person's in a diet in a relationship, you both have to, because whatever each other eat, y'all going.
Yeah, it's one. Okay.
You know, that Dina Howard tip, when that happens, then all of y'all. You know, I don't understand, like, one person, they be doing something, but, I don't do that, I don't eat that. They eat pork, but I don't eat that. But you do know that y'all married, right?
If
one eat pork, both y'all eat
pork.
Okay?
Yeah.
Even though I've been wanting some pork.
You've been talking about some bacon.
I said, the only reason why I haven't had pork is because I remember how it used to make my feet look fat. It used to make me look swollen, you know, my feet and everything, and fluid is getting out of my body and stuff like that, because I've been moving around and exercising. Baby, I be walking to these people's houses. Another thing, y'all, that is a downfall, you know, it's just, you know, not a downfall, but just some pros and cons of some things to look out when you start driving. These houses don't have no addresses on them. We gotta be looking all, oh my gosh, thank God for GPS. But even the GPS don't be knowing sometimes. They be sending you in a circle. So we use 2 GPSs. He uses his phone. I use the app. Baby!
2 GPSs, guys.
So everybody who does this by yourself, kudos to you. Because it is tough to do. It is really, to be honest, it's a 2-partner job. It is a 2-person job. You know what I mean? I've seen some people. Now, when y'all doing Ubering and all that, when y'all picking up people, they say you can't have somebody. That's why we don't do that. We don't pick up passengers. We just pick up the food. And I think that's good, you know. They be wanting us to pick up stuff. Oh, you'll be making more. That's okay. That's all right, because I got my man here and we doing this together. And I think y'all should open up people to have a passenger, you know, do what you need to do and say, look, you can only have a designated passenger with you and stuff. I think that's what they should do, because it's tough out here. And it's tough out here either way. Okay, it really is. My parents used to call him my bodyguard, and that's what he does, bodyguard me. Yes, he does. With God's help. But yeah, y'all, I mean, it's awesome, y'all. Make sure you get your water. Unfortunately, I have been slow in my water, because you're driving all day. Your brain is not really concentrating on that, and your brain is telling you, look, I shouldn't drink water because I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. Don't think that, okay? Do not just not drink water because you don't want to go to the bathroom. So what we do is I do Instacart too. So when we go into most restaurants, anywhere where people sit and have food on the inside of the establishment, they have to have a bathroom. It's the law. But places where you're just picking up the food and it's like a carry out and you don't eat inside, they don't. So make sure you go to a market and you go to these different places. Have your sanitation, have your own, ladies, have your own little TP with you. Not Teddy Pendergrass, but TP. Just figure out what TP means. And have that on with you, and there you go. Wash your hands first. Wash your hands. Okay, wash your hands before you make that plan with that TP. I'm just saying, it's the helper in me, the holistic practitioner. Yeah. You didn't know what TP is?
I got it. I got it a few minutes ago. Yeah, no, it's best to do that.
Yep. Let's talk about what you can make with Ubering and things like that. It's a side hustle, y'all. One thing about us is nothing side. Whatever we do, we delve in both feet first. We like whoosh. We've been.
I mean, we do. We be all in. We take whatever we do. We try to do it seriously. Yeah.
You know. So don't do what we're doing. We're literally doing this like we've been doing it 40 years. Meaning we're trying this, but it is really meant to be a side hustle.
We went from 0 to 60.
Yeah.
From 0 to 60.
Yeah. It's a side hustle, y'all. So I've seen where you probably can make like weekly. Some people have said they make about 400. So some people I've seen so many up and downs. Like I've seen so many numbers out there. I think some of them are lying a little bit because some people say you can do 1K. It just depends on how many hours you want to spend in this car. I treat it like I want to do 8, even though we've been doing 10 or 12 because we're beginners. He shook his head at 8, but that's the goal. I want to be able to do this for 8 hours and figure out how to make 8-hour money. Because nobody wants to be in the car. At first, we was doing till 2 o'clock in the morning and things like that. We weren't getting sleep. And I was like, this is not going to... We're in our 40s, mid-late 40s. And it's like, as we get older, we need more rest. We need more stability. But you have to get any job that whether it's a gig, whether it's a hustle, whether it's a job, you have to give yourself time to have what they would call, like the 80s show, growing pains. With Kirk Cameron and them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things like that. You got to give yourself some growing pains, a learning curve.
Yeah,
all that,
definitely.
All that jazz. Yeah. And don't be tough on yourself. And don't take what I say and say, well, she said this, so I should be making... No.
Try it out for you. Yeah.
Try it for yourself. Pace yourself. Now, with what we're in the specific situation where we have to have a certain amount of deliveries per week. So, just know that for you to be successful in this, I would say you at least need to do 15 deliveries a day.
Yes.
No matter what app you're on, if you're using 3 apps or 1, you should be doing at least 15 deliveries a day. If you're not doing 15 deliveries a day, then no, it's not going to be worth it. You have to. So I would say plan to be in the car at least 8 hours.
Definitely.
If you're not going to do this 8 hours, it's not worth it. Okay. You can rent a car. You can become a part of a program. Or you can be, put your own car in the situation. It doesn't matter, about that. Yeah, well, with Uber, I think you have to have a certain grade of car. With DoorDash and all that, you don't have to have a car with none of them. Well, Instacart you do. But you can have
a car,
electric bike.
Yes!
Uber allows you to walk. I don't know how that... I think that would be in certain regions. I don't know how that works.
Riding the bike, guys. Yeah.
We have delivered walking before.
We walk, yeah.
With DoorDash. Don't do that. Okay, have a bike. But yeah, I'm sorry, not with DoorDash. We did with Uber because they do have a walking account. Okay, I don't think anybody else has a walking account.
No,
you can actually walk. So they allow everybody to get in on the game of gig work. That's what it is. It's called gig work. And so with that being said, you always want to have boundaries. You want to have boundaries so you can get your rest. Drink your water. What food you're going to eat. Do not go all day and not eat. I did that and I almost passed out. This is a very physical job, especially if you're doing Instacart. Instacart is when you're shopping for other people, but the Ubering and the DoorDashing, they have a little taste of they call it shop and deliver. So they're all kind of doing that. We've delivered some packages too with GoPuff as far as in here, like in Spark. Ubering allows you to deliver packages as well to give you a little taste of those other gig works, which is called
like from
Spark
Walmart.
And Spark is Walmart, GoPuff. There's so many. It's shipped. There's so many of them, y'all. But the thing about it is you can only work one at a time.
One at a time.
We tried to do 2. It doesn't work. In fact, I think our phones ping so they know that
They know when you're close to each other.
When I have a DoorDash, his DoorDash will go off too. We tried to do both. They were slick about it. What they did was they gave me a DoorDash one end of the spectrum and gave him a DoorDash one
all
end
the way
of
to
the
the other
spectrum.
side of town.
And I said, forget it. I'm delivering mine because I already got 2 violations for being late.
She chose hers.
And so,
and then I ended up getting one.
Yeah. So
because I was late. You know?
Yeah.
So you can only do one at a time.
Yeah, and you can't allow anybody to use your account. Don't do that. You have to take a picture, make sure it's you. If you want to do it with your husband, make sure your husband or your girl, that y'all have your own accounts. With Instacart, you can have help because you do need help. It's like you're carrying kind of like heavy stuff, but the person who helps you has to be a part of Instacart too, because they want to make sure everybody within that situation is approved by their thing.
By their company,
so they do cater to family or partners, helping each other dash, helping each other. They do cater to that, but it's only one person per account. That's how that works. So we're all about family, and we're all about couples working together and keeping each other company and safe in this business. All right. So I did not know this video was going to turn into that, but I'm glad it did. I hope it helped you guys out. If you have any questions, let us know, and we will be so happy to oblige or try to help you guys out. What else do you want to say?
Oh, yeah. If you guys watch to the end, say, what should we have them say? Because they watched to the end.
Gig work.
Gig work.
GIGWORK.
Gig work. All
right, guys. We will be back with some more delicious food and tips. See you later, alligator. You're supposed to say after a while.
After a while, crocodile.